Romans. Fascism, colonialism. Two big words leading back to the Romans. What is the difference? And the writing says, the word colonialism comes from the Latin colonia, meaning a settlement of Roman citizens. And the writing says, fascism. Well, it is defined differently by the white European left and indigenous peoples. On the left, we see hyper-violent forces of capital in crisis. Whereas with indigenous people, we talk about a colonial boomerang. When we look at where Italian fascism began, under Mussolini, it was by invading Ethiopia. Colonialism, fascism, potato. Don't forget where fascism began. In Roman Italy, the lictor was granted extrajudicial power to use the fasces, a bundle of rods with an axe in the middle, to execute unwanted people of society. And this goes to show that both fascism and settler colonialism institutionalize necropolitics meant to purge society of life deemed other. Have you ever asked our anti-fascist gods, hello, where the Third Reich got its despicable idea to build concentration camps? In 1928, Hitler observed approvingly that white settlers in America had reduced the millions of Native Americans to a few 100,000, end quote. The manifest destiny, fascist mantra gave way to genocide in the Americas of 100 million indigenous people. By the way, America is not a country, it's a continent. And I quote, América no es solo USA, papá. Esto es desde Tierra del Fuego hasta Canadá. Hay que ser bien bruto, bien hueco. Es como decir que África es solo Marruecos. Colonizers put indigenous peoples of different colonized lands in reservations, aka concentration camps. Indigenous people were never meant to live on reservations forever. Policy was and is aimed for extinction. They call it assimilation now. But we are still here in all our messy, beautiful, and resurgent pluriforms ways, fighting for a world where many worlds fit and none are bombed. Dear relatives, right now, indigenous brothers and sisters of the Dene people are threatened by ICE to be snatched up if they are leaving the reservation. Right now, the head of the US military, the despicable Pete Hegseth, still glorifies the US military violence of Wounded Knee massacre of our Lakota relatives. This is the same Pete who is locking up US military pilots in military prison when they refuse to fight for genocide by Israel. This goes beyond discourse. This goes to show that laws have been put in place for centuries to normalize fascism. My message is this: don't forget where anti-fascism began. It began with our indigenous siblings from Adivasi people in India to Aboriginal people in Australia. This is not a USA story, but I'm just centering USA right now because it's the bigger empire that we are all suffering under. Disclaimer. So listen to their story. Listen to the story of Indigenous climate action. They have spoken and they speak of the hypocrisy of liberals. The current call to fight Trump by defending social democracy rings hollow. They caution that racist and theocratic fascism cannot be defeated by defending democracies built on stolen land and genocide. We must reclaim our ways to live outside nation states and burn borders and respect boundaries of each other and of our Mother Earth. Our ancestors are watching. We are never alone. It is time to listen to the Red Nation when they assert that to defy the USA, we must confront and take out the war machine that backs all colonialism, that backs all fascism and world burning. While the USA are crashing with currently 36 trillion in debt, the centi-billionaires, the billionaires with dozen-digit fortunes, are getting richer and richer and richer. Militarism is their only way to enact this inequality, this fascism. In the 21st century, the US military still calls the enemy line in whatever war, Afghanistan, Iraq, wherever they bomb, they call the enemy line Indian land. Yes, Indian land. Land to be scorched, right for the taking. Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? So when you faithful people go home tonight, pray to Spirit and buckle up as we are asked to take an ever more courageous stand against the burning down of humanity, burning down of Earth. So billionaire settler fascists can expand their Lebensraum and play space cowboy. It is time to pray with some sage against the fascist machine. So listen now to a hymn of Indigenous history of the USA.